You've seen the title, and you probably went, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you're right, something is wrong with me. You know, nobody sane has 5 suicide attempts under their belt before the age of 19. But listen, doesn't this sound like something Gaga would randomly do? Like, instead of being a judge on one episode, she would go, fuck it, I'm just gonna compete. You know, she changes gimmicks more than Delta changes Rue's wigs. So this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna assume that Gaga's in on the show since episode 1, and I will try to guess how she do each episode up until the episode where I think she'd be eliminated, you know, if she even is eliminated at all. And for her runway looks, I'll try to find some of her looks that could fit the theme of the runway. Episode 1 is, of course, the Oh My Gaga episode where the queens have to do 2 looks, a Gaga look and a hometown look. I mean, like, whatever Gaga did would be a Gaga look, duh, obviously. But as her hometown look, I'd go with the look she wore for her V magazine cover from 2010. Now, since Gaga's here, we have one more queen than originally. Of course, Cynthia returning is a given, so episode 1 has to have an elimination. I feel like Gaga wouldn't be in the top 3, which this episode were Eureka, Sasha, and Nina as the winner, nor would she be in the bottom, in my opinion. And then also, going by the judges' critiques, James and Kimura or James and Farrah would be in the bottom 2. And I think, as much as I love James, that she would be eliminated here. Episode 2 is the Gymnastics Think Challenge, and with Nina and Cynthia as team captains, I see Gaga being part of Cynthia's team, because they allegedly know each other, and Gaga recognized Cynthia when she returned to the competition. Well, not as Cynthia, but as Carlos. Anyways, Gaga is a performer, so I don't see her having any trouble in this challenge, unless, you know, she injured her hip, and Eureka and her got to return for season 10, but let's pretend she's okay here. For the White Party runway, there are a lot of options. You know, we have her 2 looks at the Oscars, her 3-layer cake dress, her opening look from her applause performance at the VMAs, but my favorite look that fits this theme is this crack whore, white powder, deranged ghost woman look. She might be high or just like safe here, but I don't see her being in the bottom 2, and as for the bottom 2, I'd say it would be Charlie and Kimura. Now, okay, hear me out. The second time Kimura lip-synced, she was already tired and ready to leave, and if I'm being honest, she always seems tired. But Charlie just would not lip-sync, and at least Kimura would try, so instead of there being a double sachet, you know, Kimura stays in order to make my job a little bit easier. Episode 3 is the Princesses episode. Now, I don't know if Gaga can sew. I don't think she can, but she is creative and she can write, so I don't think her creation on the main stage would be awful. Like, she might land in the top, but definitely not win. And I think her princess could be like a, I don't know, Princess Diana-esque princess in style, which also serves as a reference to her song Princess Die, D-I-E, Die. The bottom 2 are the same, and Kimura goes home. Episode 4 is the morning news something, I don't know, main challenge, and with Charlie not here, Gaga by default goes and works with Cynthia, and unlike Charlie, I think she'd do well, and the 2 of them would be good together. Now, with Team Good Morning Bitches having only 1 good pair in Sasha and Shay, and Team Not On Today having 2 good pairs with Nina and Eureka, and Cynthia and Gaga, I see the second team winning, with the winning pair being Eureka and Nina. This means that the first team is on the chopping block. Gaga's runway look for the naughty 90s runway would be this, I think. I mean, I'd like it to be this, because just imagine her coming out all sexy and then having 2 prosthetic heads on her shoulders just, like, sitting there. Anyways, so the second team is on the main stage, you know, the whole deal, and Sasha and Shay are safe. I think Alexis is too, and yes, I know you hate her, shut up, she was okay, leaving Valentina, Aja, and Farrah in the bottom 3. I don't think they'd put Valentina in the bottom here just because she didn't really mess up, she just had a boring script, and Farrah was also kind of meh with having an okay script. So I see Aja and Farrah as the bottom 2. They lip sync to I Wanna Go, and I don't know who'd win here, because Farrah's done Britney and she can do that sort of sexy lip sync that the song might ask for, while Aja is a great performer with a lot of energy. Now, I think solely because Aja sometimes does tend to do too much in a lip sync that she'd be eliminated here. And don't fucking hate me, plus it would cause a lot of drama given that she was one of the fan favorites of the season. Episode 5 is the Kardashian Rusical episode, and we know that Eureka goes home here, so I don't have to guess how things would go, but we also know that Farrah and Cynthia are bottom 2. With Aja gone, Gaga would take on the role of Courtney, though maybe Alexis would give her a more prominent role. I don't know, let's just go that she'd be Courtney. So with her as Courtney, she can't really win, probably would just be safe. Her runway look, the faux fur look would be maybe this. Episode 6 is the Snatch Game episode. Now, Gaga is funny, we know that. Like, just watch any of her SNL sketches. You know, she has a great comedic timing, but I don't know if she can write jokes or, like, think of them on the spot. Let's assume that she can't. Now, the runway. We know that Gaga has a lot of Madonna-inspired looks. I guess you could say it's reductive. Whatever she does do on the runway, it will be funny because, you know, the whole Madonna/Gaga jokes. And the only way she could make her Snatch Game funny was if she did do Madonna, but then because the runway is a Madonna runway, she'd be either low or safe. But let's just imagine that she doesn't do Madonna for this exact reason. So she flops Snatch Game and is in the bottom 3 with Cynthia and Peppermint. Now, for the whole drama of it, Cynthia and Gaga, you know, allegedly friends, would be put against one another. We know that Gaga can lip sync well. I'm not being shady, I'm just, you know, saying it as it is. And yes, she's one of the few performers who sing live nowadays. Oh my god, who cares? We love her either way. So yeah, she beats Cynthia in the lip sync and stays. Episode 7 is the acting challenge, the 9-on-2-1 Ho. Gaga gets Aja's role again, and let's just remember that Aja's role was badly written. That was not good, but Gaga is a great actress, so she'd be able to make the role at least decent, or like decent enough to make it safe. On the runway, I see her wearing something like this. Initially, I was gonna go for the Art Pop era brunette wig, but with that, she only wore like a seashell bikini and panties, and she needs to stop relying on that body. Here's the biggest shocker. The bottom 3 are Peppermint, Sasha, and Nina. And Peppermint is safe here. You'll know what's coming. Nina beats Sasha in a lip sync and Sasha gets eliminated. Now listen, Sasha is a great lip syncer, but her strength is being smart with her performances. You know, like reveals, flower petals, stuff being projected onto her, etc. But she can't do much of that while on the show not knowing when she's gonna lip sync and what she's gonna lip sync to. So yeah, Nina beats her here and Sasha's gone. And before y'all say, oh my god, you're being so biased, die. Sasha was my favorite in season 9, like from the get-go, like from the promo looks, she was my favorite. Episode 8 is the roast of Michelle Visage. Again, Gaga is funny, not super funny, so she'd be like safe or high. And something that helps her placing here is the fact that Alexis, Farrah, and Trinity were awful. And her look really doesn't matter, the bottom 2 and the elimination are the same. Episode 9 is the episode. With Sasha gone, let's say Gaga replaces her in the Tits and ASCII pilot with Shay, where instead of a Russian spy, Gaga is an Italian spy, Joe Calderone, or Calderone. Is it pronounced how Italians would pronounce it, or how US people would pronounce it? As for the runway, Club Kids runway, Gaga can go for so many things, but like honestly, meat dress, or some replica of it where it's not actually meat. I see Shay and her winning the challenge, and again, Valentina being eliminated. Episode 10 is the makeover episode. Here, I do see Gaga in the bottom 2 with Shay or Nina. There's an argument for both. Shay, because her look was simple and yet she was able to fuck it up on her partner. And then Nina, because she just looked somewhat busted and excluding her face, it was a whatever look. But I'm gonna say it's Nina. So, Nina and Gaga in a lip sync. I don't know, because Nina was defeated and really didn't try in the lip sync, so maybe just because of that Gaga sends her home. Yeah, let's go with that, sure, none of this matters. This brings us into the Gayest Ball Ever episode. And y'all are gonna drag me here, but I don't think Gaga would be in the bottom here. You know, even though she can't sew, because only one of the 3 looks had to be sewn, the other 2 the queens brought from home. And, you know, she could get anyone to make her unicorn and, you know, pride or rainbow look. So yeah, she's safe here or high. And Shay wins the challenge and Alexis is eliminated. Now y'all are gonna think I'm crazy for this, but I don't think they would do a lip syncing for the crown this season, just because it would not be fair with Gaga there. Someone who can hire choreographers, costume designers, you know, all that to make her performance amazing. Thus, we have to choose a queen to leave the top 4, and I think this is where Gaga leaves. So now we have a top 3 with Trinity, Peppermint, and Shay. Gaga can just have a moment of like, you girls are amazing, so inspiring, I might keep on using queer people to sell albums, or my dead aunt, or a dead celebrity, we'll see. And then she'd leave. And with the top 3 and no lip syncing for the crown, I see either Shay or Trinity winning this. Anyway, that's the video. You know, Gaga competing on Drag Race is such a surreal idea, and it will never happen. But in my mind, it does sound like something Gaga would wanna do. Oh, and by the way, Art Pop is Gaga's best album. Okay, good night.